Hey guys, Coach Sam coming to you from Rise Strength and Performance here in Lebanon. I want to talk about the three big differences between your run-of-the-mill weightlifting class in high school, even some of your run-of-the-mill team lifts at high schools versus what performance coaching and sports performance coaching can bring to you. Number one, I love weightlifting. I'm a big weightlifter. Obviously, that's where I cut my teeth and I learned a lot. So I'm not dogging on weightlifting. Your athlete should definitely weightlift. However, there is a big difference between what your PE class has to offer and what performance coaching has to offer. Okay? Number one is volume. In your PE classes, there's probably 30 to 40 kids, maybe more than that. Limited amount of equipment, limited number of coaches that coach can't have eyes on everybody. And there's some big time injuries that can happen in a weight room or small things that can build up over time that will lead to injuries if the coach isn't watching and know what they're looking for. So the overall volume in the PE class versus performance coaching, you're going to be in here, there's going to be 10 kids. I'll be able to have eyes on everybody. I'll know exactly what everybody's doing and be able to cue them up, get them right, get them moving right. Prevent those little nagging things from building up and becoming big things later on down the road. Okay, just a simple thing as your form on a deadlift can, it may hurt your back just a little bit sometimes, but then eventually later on down the line, it could blow out your back like what I did in high school whenever my coaches weren't watching. So overall volume is number one. Number two, sport specific. PE class, everybody's in there, whether that's basketball, volleyball, softball, football, soccer. Those are all different sports. They all have very different demands on the body, male to female. So I would train a female athlete different than I would train a male athlete, but they're all together in these same classes. Okay, that's great that they're getting lifting in. I love that, but there are sport-specific things that need to happen. A baseball player, for instance, may be worried about going overhead with his shoulder stuff, so I can get him in the right positions here, and so that he can strengthen his shoulder and can move properly in order to be better out on the field. A volleyball player, for instance, same motions, coming down on those spikes. That would be, how can we best train that shoulder to be able to handle those loads of that sport? Basketball, jumping, volleyball, jumping, soccer, sprinting, cutting, football, moving big amount of weight. Those are all different, and the one-size-fits-all PE classes in our schools today, love that they're weightlifting. There's just a lot of difference between PE and performance coaching. And then finally, brain train. A lot of new science has been coming out lately on the neurological pathways, the nervous system, how the eyes interact with the field of sport, all these kinds of great things that these coaches may know about at the schools, but with the volume and the programs that they have to follow, may not be able to implement those things. Those will be big pillars of our work here at Rise Strength and Performance. Getting their field of vision better, getting their neurological system used to moving and reacting and shifting their body weight. It's not as easy as just cutting like what we used to do, the old school cutting drills and ladder drills and everything. There's a lot that goes into it, and we can get some big time gains, some big time advantages over our opponents if we train those things properly. So in summation, I love weightlifting, I love PE class, a lot of fun back in the day, but there's a lot being left on the table if you are not getting your youth athlete performance training here at Rise Strength and Performance. Let's get them in here. Let's get them moving right. Let's get their brain moving well, connected with their body, and let's get them dominating out on the field of play, getting them D1 scholarships and getting them to their dreams. Let's go.